We're at Cars and Coffee, and I'm here with Mike and his outrageous Superbird. Give us a little info.
Okay, I just bought this car a little over a year ago. I found the car in Nebraska. It was a 27,000-mile original unrestored car. Brought the car back, loved the car, but it needed to be brought up to the standards that I like, which are perfect. And so I took it apart, spent about a full year in the restoration, and just completed it. It's the first time I've had it out other than one car show. So it's a 1970 Plymouth Superbird, 440 6-pack, 4-speed. These cars were built for NASCAR. So that's why they have the long pointed nose and the high wing, made them aerodynamic wonder at the time. First car to go over 200 miles per hour.
So after NASCAR banned these cars, they kind of sat around on the lots. But now they're one of the most sought-after cars. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, they are highly in demand right now, and I do recall, because I was around then, just a young little puppy at the time, but they did sit on car lots, couldn't sell them. Some of the dealers actually converted them to plain Roadrunners because they couldn't sell them as Superbirds. People just didn't like the nose and the wing. But now it's true, they are one of the most sought-after muscle cars of the era, and they do really well value-wise, so I'm very happy and proud to have this one.
We are at Cars and Coffee with George and his beautiful pink Cadillac. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the car? Like, how did you find it, and how did you become the present owner?
Well, I'm a big fan of Elvis Presley's, and I always wanted to have a pink Cadillac like he did. His happens to be a 62 and mine's a 59. So it took us 2 years to search the country to find it. And once we did, it took another 4 years to restore it. The 1950s represented the height of America's power in the world. And it was the mightiest military power, as a matter of fact. And so the people who designed this car decided to design this after a military jet called a Harrier jet. And that's why the rear, which is the most famous part of the car, is very symbolic of the jet planes that flew in those days. The car companies got into a frenzied competition to see who could produce the most outrageous car. And where they decided to compete was who could make the tail fins higher and higher. And it got to a point where the 59 Cadillac symbolized the most outrageous. Now people regard this as one of America's icons. And this is probably right up at the top of America's automotive history in terms of design and what this car represented at that time.
I noticed your top's down, so you must drive this. Where do you take it?
Okay, I'm not afraid to drive this car. In fact, I love to drive this car, especially on a nice sunny day like this in Orange County. You know that saying, the good old days? The good old days means you have no particular destination. You just hit the road and follow the road and just take it wherever the road takes you. And the beauty of having this driving experience is you realize you're completely relaxed, de-stressed. Well, the car is about 19 feet long and it weighs approximately 5,000 pounds. So it's a big, heavy car, but once you get in the car and drive it, it drives so smoothly and comfortably that time just goes by so quickly as you're enjoying the road.